take-up reel, like the ones used on old cinema projectors. I should try to use the spyglass on the terrace to find clues for the codes to Yunta's coffer. That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Lenny told me about.
What now, Fräulein? I was just about to doze off.
Can you tell me about the resistance medal with your name on it?
Sure, I was in the resistance. Not for those medals, though. Nothing but tin charms. You see, there's those who received medals, and those that were killed. And besides, they aren't gonna give me my legs back, are they?
No, but they prove you played a part in the liberation of your country.
Puh, nonsense. Nothing but bad memories. I'd rather not talk about it.
How did you meet Leon Kobatis?
Why do you ask? You from the police or something?
No. I just thought I'd ask, since you seem to appreciate him. Didn't you?
Fräulein, when I said you could look in the guest rooms, it didn't include my room. But yes, like I said before, he was a regular customer even before the episode with Dana. To me, he was like a movie star. What young girl wouldn't be bowled over by a young, handsome alpinist, and to top it off, an Olympic medalist?
About Yunta's coffer.
What about it?
You wouldn't happen to know the combination, would you?
I told you before, I don't know it.
I'll be going then. I should try to use the spyglass on the terrace to find clues for the codes to Yunta's coffer. There's a cap blocking the view. There must be a way of removing it. There's a cap blocking the view. There must... I have to put in a coin. Typical.
Must have got it wrong. No, I don't think...
It looks like I can get some useful information about different areas of the mountain here. that's the fabled Silberspiegel. Oh, I wish I had time to watch it change color. So that's what they call the Devil's Path. The bodies of the resistance fighters that the alpinist mentioned must... I should try to use some coordinates from the spyglass with the locks on Yunta's coffer. I should try to use some coordinates from the spyglass with the locks on Yunta's coffer. What if I tried to use the coordinates I found with the spyglass to unlock Yunta's coffer? I guess the left lock corresponds to the Silberspiegel and the right one to the Devil's Pass. What if I tried to use the coordinates I found with the spyglass to unlock Yunta's coffer? I guess the left lock corresponds to the Silberspiegel and the right one to the Devil's Pass. I'll need a key to open it.
Impossible. Better try something else.
This one says Lenny, director. So I guess Lenny did get to make her film after all. Vaughan Refuge, 1937. Junta's films, taken during the summer Dana worked here. A film developing company. They probably developed Junta's films and sent them back once they were done. No doubt Junta must have written this. Summer 1937. The year Dana worked here. Let's see. I filled my last diary last night. Ordered another one, but still waiting for supplies to be delivered to the refuge. Using an old envelope in the meantime. Today invited Dana for a chat after her shift.
I'd like to know what Leon sees in her. I've never seen him so smitten. Thanks for popping up, Dana. How did the shift go?
Fine, same as usual.
Just finishing up here, then I'll make us a nice cup of tea.
Wow, that looks futuristic. What is it?
Ah, that little baby is my viewer. That's why it goes in the coffer.
What does it do?
I use it to put together and edit the rushes.
The what?
Rushes. In other words, the strips of unedited footage. I've finished today's selection, so be a dear and put it in the coffer, would you?
I would if I knew how.
Oh, just turn the key in the lock.
Looks like I'm out of options for now. I should check on what Dana did in 1937 while she was here.
The coffer is right there, darling.
The key Junta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Lenny sniffing around my equipment all the time.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a Junta's key should be safe in there.
need to finish preparing for the filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a new roll of film from the darkroom, then we're done.
Wrong one.
Get away!
Yunta's coffer key. Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
Did you take this picture?
Of course.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
And Herr Hurst? What's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
Yunta chose the combination.
Herr Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains.
Darn it! The end of Yunta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the coffer.
That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, how do you manage to pay for it all?
Oh, that's easy. Especially when you know a few
Did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
Well, look at our sweet little waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind?
I love your photos!
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I used them as a sort of checklist.
A checklist, huh?
Yunta must have kept a reminder somewhere.
Here are the film rolls Yunta asked me for. All these newspaper clippings mention the brown shadow. According to Father, their influence is growing among the population. Now that I've had the misfortune of meeting Herr Huss here, I understand his concern.
According to Junta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could.
That doesn't work. No.
I'll watch this one afterwards. I've already seen this reel. Interesting footage. Let's see what's on the other reel. I hope I'll learn more about Dana from this film. Lenny didn't say she filmed a fight between Dana and Leon. I'd better go back and see her to find out about it. I should go back to Lenny and ask her if she remembers what the argument between Dana and the mountaineer was about. Oh, it's dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name. Demoiselle Lenny, I saw the film you shot of Dana and Leon.
So Junta kept it. She got so cross when she discovered I'd rummaged through her stuff. She most certainly had secrets of her own, that one.
I know it was ages ago, but can you recall what happened between Dana and Leon that day?
You do like flogging a dead horse, don't you, Fräulein? But as you please. Since Junta never let me use her camera, I decided not to ask her anymore. Like that, she couldn't say no, could she? And that's when I heard them arguing.
How could you agree to this, Leon? How could you?
I told you I had no choice. The local guide for Baltayar can't do it anymore. He got injured.
There are plenty of other guides in Wagen. Why does it have to be you? Just tell them to find someone else.
Look, Dana, I didn't want to tell you, but...
But what?
Frank Huss, that brute from the other night. He's the one that made the call here. In other words, he's taking revenge by sending me to the other side of the world with the Origin expedition. And he said that if I refused, something might happen. Not just to me, but to you as well.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You're a Vegarian and so are your parents, right? Well, Huss says it won't be long before the Brown Shadow is in power, and he made it clear that something was brewing, and that you and your parents would be first on the list.
What list?
I don't know, but it can't be good. Then he said that other Vegarians would follow.
Dear God.
Dana, darling, the world's gone crazy. Promise me you'll be very careful. It will be all right if you just watch yourself and what you say. I've asked Junta to stand by you just in case. It won't be long, darling. Half a school year at the music academy. I'll be home for Christmas. Promise. Oh, come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on then.
All right. Your nickname will be Highland Painter from now on.
Not sure my Veganese artist friends will like it, but why not? Beautiful, isn't it? I could stay here forever.
There, Fräulein Walker. That is all I have to say. I hope this time you have what you need to continue on your journey.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. But there is just one more thing. You mentioned a music academy? They must have ledgers and archives. Maybe I'll be able to find out whether Dana left an address there.
Well, it hasn't moved. It's still in Vargan. Go to the musicians' district. It's right next to the musical square. That's all I can tell you. So if you don't mind, Fräulein.
Thank you. Then that's where I'll continue my search.
Is it really worth your while to keep looking for Dana? Is it not just another pipe dream, Fräulein? I get the impression there have been others.
I prefer to look at it as a calling. Besides, I don't have much choice. Thanks to you, she's a part of me now.
As you wish. I hope you find what you are looking for.
Thank you. Again. I've got everything I need from here, I guess. Best get back to the guest house. Get some rest. I'll go to the music academy first thing in the morning. I found her, my sweet Katusha. The girl in the painting. Her name is Dana. Dana Rose.
That's nice, Kate. Real nice.
I'm gonna find out who she was, just like I promised you.
Nothing more than a good old adventure to forget your grief, I guess. You should go, Kate, or you're gonna miss the tram. There will always be a train for you.